I had a crew of 103 mechanics, 6 foremen, and 20 shift people in the powerhouse was under my direction. And then the word came out they were going to close the old Fort Worth plant. And a fellow named George Myers came to Fort Worth and offered me a job in the area office in Atlanta, Georgia. And I didn't know whether I wanted to move or not. At that point, I had just built a new house, and George made the remark, he says, you know, he says, a fellow that doesn't do anything never makes a mistake. And I thought to myself, I think I can work with this old boy. So I said, okay, we go to Atlanta.
So we left in October of '62 and went to Georgia. We were there 15 months, transferred back to Lubbock, Texas for a year, back to Atlanta for 4 years and a half approximately. Then they decided they'd send him to St. Joseph, Missouri. We were there 16 months. Then they decided they wanted him in the home office in Chicago. So we went to Chicago, and his boss there said, now Ed, you're through moving. This is the home office. It's been the home office for 103 years. But he didn't know that Greyhound was going to buy them, so within a year we were transferred to Phoenix. And that was in September of 1971 when he came. We had quite an adventure, and we've been here ever since. Ed retired. Happy. I had 2 boys, but they were in education because I had not been around the little boys when I was growing up. But they were a lot of fun. They taught me a lot of things. Had a good time raising them.
In Atlanta, I traveled a great deal. Joe had the job of really raising the kids, and weekends was family time. We took trips. When Dad got home over Saturday and Sunday, we devoted that to family time. We drugged the kids from one school to another. I felt bad about that, but I think it did them a lot of good. It gave them an education that they wouldn't have gotten any other way. They learned to mix with people and learned to adapt to various situations. I guess kids knew the inside of an airport better than they knew the inside of a bedroom. But I was crazy about my kids. I wanted to do the best I could for them. And so we tried to have all our family time as much as possible on the weekends when I was home. I did have the satisfaction of seeing both kids graduate from high school, and I managed to send both kids to college. Eddie had to go through several colleges and graduated business administration at ASU. And Jerry went through his entire time at ASU and got a degree in journalism. We had the distinct pleasure of seeing our two sons married to two excellent daughter-in-laws, and we love both of them very much.
Eddie and Kathy were married June the 1st, 1979. She has been a pleasure and a delight to Ed and I.
We did have the distinct pleasure, I did, of walking Susie down the aisle and then being Jerry's best man at his wedding. And I was very, very honored to do that.
And one other special welcome we'd like to give to Mr. Edward Porter, who is the father of Jerry. And in a moment, you'll have the privilege of standing next to your son as his best man. And that's a unique honor, I'm sure, for every father who has that opportunity. Proven yourself to Jerry as a husband, a father, provider, supporter, encourager, and most of all, a lecturer. Yeah. But your love for your son has never faltered, and you have endeared yourself to Susan as well, who's about to become your daughter-in-law. And Susan regrets that her own father's illness has prohibited him from being here today, and is honored by the fact that you would be willing to stand in his absence and escort her down to the front today. We all appreciate that, and I know most of all Susan and Jerry appreciate that. We welcome you, and we honor you today as well. Who gives this woman to be married to this man?
On Susan's behalf, it's my pleasure and honor to do so.
Thank you very much.
Have been blessed with having two grandchildren here that we have really enjoyed. Melissa Jo, which is Eddie and Kathy's little girl. She was 11 on August the 23rd of this year. Little Matthew Clayton, who was born on June 13, 1990. We do have a precious granddaughter that I pray for every night. Her name is Marie Christine Porter. She is the daughter of Jerry by his first wife, and we have never seen her. I'm hoping that before we do pass on that we will get to see her. If not, I will continue to pray for her. She is loved. This is approaching our 50th wedding anniversary, and I guess everyone wonders, would you do it again? I wouldn't take $1 million for him, but I wouldn't give a dime for another one like him. Yes, I would marry him again. But he's a very special person.
Would I get married to the same woman again? I think that question's been asked in the New York Minute. She has been a very devoted wife, faithful, true. She's raised the kids. She's been a big helpmate to me. I just don't know how you could have picked a better gal. She has been a very devout Christian. She tried to raise the kids in that fashion, and I just can't say enough in tribute to her. She's one of a kind.